Hey everybody, James here from the Flight Lab, and today I'm dealing with the dreaded RTC message that you might see on Jumper radios or Radiomaster radios. And the RTC message is battery low, and the RTC stands for real-time clock. I'm going to go ahead and turn my transmitter on so you can see the error message.
Welcome to OpenTX.
There we go. So TX is on and I've got RTC battery low. So RTC battery low, that's the real-time clock. That is the battery that's inside of the radio, and it is absolutely required to keep your time and your date and those kind of things in check. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to replace this battery. The battery is a 1220 coin battery. First thing we need to do is remove the battery. Then we got to remove these covers. The side covers hold the two wedges together, so you need to remove the side covers and we need to remove these top covers. For ease of installation, I'm keeping the ones on this side and the ones on this side on that side. That's pretty obvious. The first part I'm going to start with here is on the top. I have two Allen key screws holding the antenna mount in place. I'm just going to chuck those on my little handy 3D printed screw holder. So that's now loose. And then we need to remove 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 screws holding the radio in place. So there's one. Okay, and with those screws out, I should now be able to crack the radio open. So let's try and carefully crack it open. Be careful that you don't just whack and pull at it, because there are typically wires going from one side to the other side. So on this particular radio, it's the 4-in-1. It's got the 915 antenna on the outside, and it's got the 2.4 gig antenna on the inside, and you can see here it's joined by this cable, so you want to be careful about that. And here is our battery in question. So I'm going to remove this battery and simply pop in the replacement. So I'm going to use a flat screwdriver to pop out the old battery. There we go, pop the old battery out. Watch out that it doesn't pop into your face. And here's my replacement battery. And just like that, we've replaced the battery. So now I'm going to carefully make sure that when I put my cover back on the radio, I don't muck up any of the wires or get any of the wires caught up in anything else. So I'm going to go ahead and close that very carefully, and I'm going to reverse my steps precisely. Go. That's well seated. So in go the 6 screws again. So I'm going to go ahead and put the 6 screws back in. As I push down on the radio, I'm being sure not to push too hard on the radio, because I'm working on the gimbals and I don't want to damage the gimbals. So if you feel like you're going to damage the gimbals, go ahead and get an old towel or something like that. You can easily place the towel in such a way that it supports the radio with the gimbals pushing through, and that's pretty easy to do. Or alternatively, you can unscrew the gimbals themselves, but I don't think that that's necessary. But each their own. Do what you feel you're comfortable with. There we go, that's the antenna bracket back in place. After I've done that, I can go ahead and reinsert my rubber bumpers. Very easy, very straightforward. There we go, and I'm going to replace my battery. Perfect. Okay, so I've replaced the battery, but there's still something else for us to do. So what we need to do is we need to go ahead and reprogram the time and the date on our radio. So I'm going to show you how to do that now. So we're going to power the radio back on.
Welcome to OpenTX.
Okay, throttle warning. There we go. And you'll notice that the RTC message can come back up. So in order to program the date and time again, we do that in System. There it is. So there's the date. It is definitely not 1970. I have no idea. Why would they start with 1970? This firmware came out in the late, I don't know what, 2020? Something like that. So it couldn't go back to 19. There's no point in having 1970 as the default. Go 20, 25. It is the 11th month. I quite like that. As you trickle through the months, you can see the months updating on the top right hand side as well. And it is the 20th today. So there we go, the 20th. That takes care of that. And then I need to set the time, and the time is now 5:25 in the afternoon. Yeah, that will be perfect. And there we have it. So we've set the date and we've set the time on the radio. Let me leave, and I'm going to go ahead and shut off the radio. There we go. And let's turn it on again.
Welcome to OpenTX.
I don't know if you greet your radio, but I greet mine. Look here, it didn't save my date and time. Let's try and do this one more time. We're going to go to Systems. I don't know why it didn't save it, but it actually said it went to, it remembered the 2020 part, but not the rest of the date and time. I wonder if this is a bug in the firmware. 20. We're happy with that, so then we go 5:26. And for good measure, I'm just gonna go in here and then scroll down so that we've been out of the section for a while. Then I'm gonna go back out. Still got my date and time. I'm gonna do a slow shutdown this time. Is that going to save my date and time and setting the timer?
Welcome to OpenTX.
Okay, it's now saved our date and time. So that's it. The battery's been replaced, the RTC's happy. We don't have to do that for at least another 4 or 5 years again. If that radio isn't out of date by then. But I hope this video helped you. If there are any other things or features that you want to know about in terms of the Jumper radio or Radiomaster or OpenTX in any way, feel free to just drop me a comment and I'll see what I can do to help. Or if there's enough comments or asking for the same thing, I'll go ahead and create a video for that. That being said, have a great day further and thanks for watching.